Me, give birth on the floor in big UK, in big England. I was like, you must be kidding. Hello everyone, my name's Hola. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be telling you guys my birth and delivery story. I honestly thought that I couldn't have children. I thought that I was infertile. I became obsessed with taking pregnancy tests. So you know how you brush your teeth every day? I was taking a pregnancy test every single day. Guys, the obsession got so bad to the point where I used to go Poundland and stock myself up with a full hand luggage full of pregnancy tests. After a while, I went to seek medical help in Tanzania, and guys, I will never forget this day. The doctor told me that I cannot have children because I am overweight. Just like that, no filter, not even if you try and lose weight, you'll be able to have children. Just like that. He put me on a scale and he went, that's it, you can't have children. And my world went trembling down. Ever since I was a child, I was always on the chubbier side. I've never been slim, never been skinny, never had that perfect body. I've always been chubby. So to hear such news, I was in utter shock. So I decided to go on a crazy diet. I changed my whole lifestyle. I went on a crazy diet. I started exercising like mad. And after a while, I experienced my breast swelling. And I was like, no, I can't be putting on more weight. Surely all those push-ups, those sit-ups, those obstacle courses that I used to put myself through were not worth it. Like, how am I putting on more weight? So I just started to get sick. I was not feeling myself, and I was on my way to my makeup class. Every time I used to go to Tanzania, I used to attend these makeup classes in Ilala, and I was on my way to the makeup class and I saw a hospital, and I was like, let me just quickly stop at the hospital because I'm just not feeling well. Let me do a quick checkup. I went to the hospital and I told my doctor how I was feeling and my symptoms, and he goes to me, your symptoms sounds like what a pregnant woman would experience. And I was like, nah, I really doubt that. And the doctor told me to take a pregnancy test, and I go, no, doctor, I don't need to take one. I'm totally not pregnant. I'm sure that I'm not pregnant. Like, let's just not waste each other's time. And he goes to me, just take a pregnancy test, you never know. And I was like, doctor, I've got like a whole another 10 kgs to lose before I even think about that. And he goes, no, just take it. And I was like, hey, what's it gonna hurt? Let me just prove the doctor wrong and get over and done with. So I went to the toilet, did the pregnancy test, gave it back to the doctor, and I was waiting outside his office. So outside his office were me and a couple of women. I don't know if they're all waiting for the results for the pregnancy test or what, but it was me and some other women. We were waiting outside his office and he calls me. He goes, Hola Hamad, can you please come into my room? Obviously in Swahili. Went into the room and he goes to me, the result states that you are pregnant. Guys, I was like, no doctor, no. These results are invalid. You have probably got my results mixed up with the women that are outside. And he goes to me, no, we keep everyone's data separate and these are definitely your results. Guys, my excitement, oh my God, I was just so shocked. I was so happy. I was just over the moon. I started screaming. Patients came out from the hospital, doctors came out. People thought that someone collapsed, died, or had a fit. And I was just there like, I'm pregnant. I honestly couldn't believe it. Guys, I could not believe it. So I'm thinking I'm probably a couple of days pregnant, maybe a week pregnant. And okay, at the time I thought, okay, let me not change my routine. Let me go to my makeup class, act as normal. Let me not change my routine and curse anything because this news is just bizarre. So I went to my makeup class, and at my makeup class, we all had nicknames for each other. So you would get a nickname based from wherever you are from. So if you are from Tabora, your name will be Wa Tabora. If you're from Zanzibar, your name will be Wa Zanzibar. So I was from the UK, from London, so people called me Wa London. I got to the makeup class and I was just beaming. I was smiling, I was happy, thinking I'm not showing it, but I was actually showing it. So I got there and everyone was like, "What London, you look so happy today. What London, do you have any news to share with us?" And I was there like, I don't want to tell anyone because I don't want to curse it. Like, it's too early, you know, to spread that type of news. I told my makeup teacher, Fatima, that I am pregnant because she knew that I was trying for a very, very long time. And she was so happy for me. She was so excited for me. She was like, congratulations. I remember Fatima was teaching us how to do a cut crease, and I was there like thinking, I was there daydreaming about like if it's a girl or a boy, what name will I call it? Like, I was just there daydreaming throughout the whole makeup class, to the point where I was like, Fatima, I can't be here. I'm not concentrating. Let me just go home. And she goes, no, it's fine. I can understand. You can go home. And I went home. I shared the news with my parents. A couple of days after finding out that I was pregnant, I went to see another doctor in Tanzania, a specialist, to check how far I was, to do a whole baby scan and, you know, to give me my folic acids and all of that pregnancy jazz. The doctor did a scan and he goes to me, you are 6 weeks pregnant. Guys, so when I was exercising, doing those sit-ups, those push-ups, those obstacle courses, I was actually a whole month pregnant. My baby was basically developed. I had a whole human, because 6 weeks in a joke, I was expecting for the doctor to tell me that you're a week, maybe 2 weeks, 6 weeks. I was like, guys. So when I was 3 months pregnant, I came back to the UK and I had my routine pregnancy appointments. And I remember going to my pregnancy appointments and my belly was just not growing. Like, I did not have that round, hard belly that everyone gets when they're pregnant. I just had my normal, chubby, hola belly. She goes to me, everyone's belly grows differently. So maybe your belly will grow when you're like 5 months or 6 months, and that's normal. And I go, okay, that's fine. Maybe it's just the way I am. It's fine, as long as it will grow. I kept on attending my daily appointments, to the point where I had my final appointment with my midwife. And she goes to me, okay, I'm worried now. Like, you are 7 months and I don't see, like, your belly is not the size of a normal 7 months pregnant woman's belly. So she goes to me, I'm going to book you an additional scan for them to check because this ain't normal. So they booked me an additional scan. I went to the hospital and they did a scan. Baby was at a perfect size. Baby was growing perfectly. Baby had no problems and I also had no problems. No one offered me a seat on the bus. No one offered me a seat on the train. I did not get that special pregnancy treatment that everyone gets. Everyone thought I was just a normal, well, you are normal when you're pregnant, but just this normal, like, non-pregnant woman. So I was like, this ain't fair. Like, no one's treating me special. So I was thinking of getting one of those badges, those baby on board badges that you get from your GP, just so everyone can know, because it did not show. Unless I will tighten my top up for you, that's when you can see a little bump here and there, but it wasn't obvious. My belly came out at 8.5 months pregnant. So I had 2 weeks, just 2 weeks of that special treatment. When I was pregnant, I experienced prenatal depression. So for those of you that do not know what prenatal depression is, it's when a pregnant woman is depressed, they lose sleep, they start panicking every time they think of the thought of giving birth. And I was experiencing all of that. So I had prenatal depression. I did not even think prenatal depression exists until I had it myself. I've heard of postpartum depression. It's when you're depressed after giving birth, but not prenatal depression. And every time I used to think about giving birth, I used to get panic attacks. I used to start crying sometimes. So I became obsessed with watching One Born Every Minute to ease my thoughts. It didn't help. It didn't help. Every time a baby was born, I used to cry. Like, I'm not even joking. Every time a baby was born, I used to cry. So in one episode, if there are 5 babies being born, I am crying 5 times. And it was not even like small tears. It was full on like... Don't even get me started when twins were born. Twins, triplets, quadruplets, that's it. I would have to stop. I would have to stop the episode and cry for at least 10 minutes before I continue watching the rest of the episode. Guys, it was so bad. It was so bad. Thank God I started experiencing contractions on the 3rd of October 2016, which was a couple of days before I was about to get induced. So I started experiencing period pains around 10 p.m. And I was like, Mum, I'm experiencing these weird pains in my belly. And she goes, baby's about to come. And I was like, no, I really, really doubt that. I was expecting sharp, weird pains. And I was getting period pains. And I was like, I doubt it's that. Maybe it's just like random pains you get when you're pregnant. And I was watching a movie on Netflix. And every time the pain came, I paused the movie. And my mum goes to me, you will not finish that movie tonight. Guess what? Do you think I finished that movie? I finished my movie when Anaya was 4 months. I'm going to quickly show you when I started experiencing my first ever contractions. I kind of blurred the video because your girl don't look cute. So yeah, here you go. So it's 12:38 on the 3rd of October 2016. And I started experiencing like period pains around 10 p.m. I would say. And Mum thinks it's labour. Hopefully it is because I'm tired and I really want to get this baby out. But I don't know. I'm really confused. But they've been regular. Like I've had like pains before in the past since I was like 37 weeks. But they haven't been regular. This has been regular. Like it keeps on coming and going, coming and going. So fingers crossed and I'll be here soon. I'll keep you updated soon. Bye. It's so weird how mothers have like a special like power when they say something. Most of the time it actually happens. It's so weird. Let me tell you why I did not think that pain was contractions. I was expecting my water to burst like psh, like everywhere, like how you see a water breaks in a movie. And because I did not see that, I was like, that until I see my water breaking, I'm not about to have a baby. After experiencing the pain for like a couple of hours, my mum goes to me, go and take a hot bath. I went into my bathtub and I just felt something weird trickling down my thigh. And I was like, what is that? My water's not meant to break like that. I'm meant to see like, psh, and this cannot be it. Anyway, I called the doctor and I explained to them what I was experiencing and they told me that's your water breaking. Guys, it was so unexpected. The pains got so bad that in the morning we had to go to the hospital. We went to the hospital and a midwife checks me and she goes to me, you're only 2 centimeters dilated. Can you please go home and come back when your contractions are more frequent? I was like, this can't get any worse. Like, this is so bad. So I went home and I remember I was in pain. I was just rolling around. I was just like holding on to things. I was going crazy. Like I was going crazy. Let me just put it that way. And the pains got so bad. I went again in the afternoon and a student midwife checks me this time. And she goes, you're only 3 centimeters dilated. Can you please go home? And I was like, oh, hell no. No, I am not going home. This is not the type of pain that I can handle at home. I need to be in a hospital. And because we refused to go home, a senior midwife comes and checks me and she goes, okay, let me just check you and see how far you are. And she goes to me, oh, you are like 6-7 centimeters dilated. I can't remember the exact number, guys, I'm so bad. But basically, I was not even meant to be in that room. I was meant to be in a different room. Like I was close to giving birth. So the student midwife got it wrong. It was this massive room and we were all in cubicles next to each other and the only thing that was separating us was a blue curtain. In each cubicle, there was a gas and air machine, a bed, and an extra chair for whoever will be in that room with you. And I was in that room, like, sucking on the gas and air, and I was like, damn, this feels good. Like, this is easing my pain. After a while, the machine stops working, and I was like, no, Mom, do something. The gas has stopped, do something, please. My mom starts panicking. My mom panics a lot like me. My mum leaves the cubicle, she checks around, checks in the cubicle on the right. Luckily, there was no one in there. There was a bed that was nice and tidy, that no one was in. And she saw this massive gas and air machine. My mum opens the cubicle, takes it out, puts it in the cubicle that we were in. And I started inhaling the gas and air machine that my mum just bought me. So I was like, and I was like, Mum, this one isn't working too. Guys, I felt like my world was collapsing. So I started using both machines, one on the right, one on the left, like, and both machines were not working. The midwife was nowhere to be found and we were just in there panicking. After a while, the midwife comes in the room and she goes to us, why do you have 2 gas and air machines? And my mom were like, I'm sorry, the first one stopped working. And the midwife goes, it stopped working? No, we've got enough like gas and air in there, so it should be working. She checks it and she goes, it's working. She checks the one that we went to take from the cubicle next to us and she goes, this one's working too. Guess what, guys? My pain got so bad to the point where I did not feel the gas and air working. I'm looking back at it now like... When she saw that I could not handle the gas and air anymore, she goes, let me check you once more. She checked me and I was basically about to give birth. Like I can't remember the centimeters exactly, I just can't remember. But she goes to me, you cannot even be in this room anymore. I'm going to have to transfer you into your delivery room. And I left the cubicle. I went down this hallway, this long hallway. Guys, this hallway felt like it was from a horror movie. I was going past doors after doors after doors, and two midwives passed me and they go, good luck. And I was like, oh, thanks. Got to my delivery room, opened the door, and the room was massive. Do you guys remember in primary school where there would be like these apparatus? You know how like you get this climbing frame? That's what my room looked like. There was ropes, there was a yoga ball, there was, guys, there was equipment. I'm thinking, this isn't how it looked like in one born room, innit? There was a rope hanging from the ceiling. There was a yoga ball. There was just mat. There was just like different type of equipment. And I've watched at least 100 episodes of One Born Every Minute, and I don't remember seeing any of that. And I was thinking, okay, this is just different, but okay. I'm cool with that. The room is big, it's nice. As I was just about to sit on the bed, the midwife goes to me, no. You're not allowed on that bed until after you give birth. I was like, what do you mean? So where am I going to give birth then? She goes to me, on the floor. I was like, you what? Me, give birth on the floor in big UK, in big England. I was like, you must be kidding. She goes to me, no, I have your birth plan right here. And it says that you signed to give birth at the natural birth centre. And at the natural birth centre, you do not give birth on the bed. I was like, so where do you give birth then? She goes to me, either whilst you're on the yoga ball, or on the rope, or on the floor. And I was like, no. This is not happening. This is not happening. Not today. It's what it says on the birth plan, and we have to follow what the birth plan says, and it has your daughter's signature, and we have to go with what it says in the birth plan unless it's an emergency. So I had a flashback real quick. I was like, okay, my final appointment with my midwife, I said that I wanted a natural birth. Natural meaning no epidural, no C-section. Not natural to the point where I'm giving birth on the floor. I was expecting to be on the bed with wires coming out of me, with the monitoring machine right there, you know, where you see the heart pumping sounds and all of that. Nope, none of that. I was in the room alone. They left us alone in the room, which shocked me the most. And they go to us, when you feel the urge of pushing, just press that red button right over there. So I tried the yoga balls. I tried climbing on the rope. I tried all of that. Nothing helped. I don't even know why they're there. They did not help whatsoever. After a while, I felt the urge to push. The way my mum went for that red button, guys, Usain Bolt is not as fast as my mum was that day. My mum went... I actually cannot remember how many times my mum pressed that red button. They came quite quick. They came to the room, two midwives, and they laid down two blue bed pads on the floor, and they told me, on the floor, please. For a split second, I actually thought that the midwife will change their minds, but it happened, on the floor. So I got on the floor and I started pushing, and it was a natural birth, as it states, natural birth centre. Started pushing and Naya came out naturally, and she was a healthy baby, no complications, no epidural needed, and alhamdulillah, it was a safe delivery. And I was like, that's it, I'm done, I've given birth, I'm a mother now. And the midwife goes to me, you have a 2nd degree tear. First degree is when it's not that bad. Yeah. Second degree when it's like, it's still bad, but it's not as bad. And third degree is like, whoa, like you are finished. Like you are completely done out here. So my tear was like right in the middle of how bad it is. The midwife goes to me, do you want us to stitch you up right here? Or do you want us to take you to a different ward? And I was like, what is the difference? And they go to me, if you want to get stitched here, we have to do it right now. Like right now, no skin to skin contact. The baby's in the cubicle, that's it, we're doing it now. Or if you want to wait and chill for a bit, you can get your stitch done in the ward. And I was like, which way is better? One of the midwife goes to me, if you get it done now, it's better because your wound is fresh and everything will just like get back together again real quick. So everything will just snap back. And I was like, now, obviously. So they took 2 massive chains and they chained my legs. And let me just have a moment, please. One of the midwife takes some anesthetic and numbs me up. Underneath where, right there, numbs me up. And I go to my midwife, am I gonna feel anything? And the midwife goes to me, it depends on how your body will react to the anesthetic. And I was like, okay, so it depends. Guess what, guys? I felt every single needle that went inside of me. Every single needle. The midwife stitched me up like I was a piece of cloth. Guys, I'm not even joking. The pain level was the same as giving birth. So I basically gave birth to twins. I should have just given birth to twins because that's how bad it was. If I had to pick to either give birth again or get that stitch done, I honestly could not pick. The pain was on the same level as giving birth, guys. It was so bad. I should have just given birth to twins. Bear in mind, I had no skin-to-skin contact. I do not know what my baby looks like. I did not see my baby for even 1 second. They took the baby out of me, put baby into a bed and started stitching me up straight away. So yeah, guys, that's my traumatic birth and delivery story. If you guys liked my story, make sure you like, comment and subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Oh yeah, before I go, I will show you guys a few pictures of Anaya when she was a newborn. We did this really cute photo shoot at home. I bought these little cute props and it went so well. So yeah, see you in my next video. Bye.